Just making sure it's okay. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a special edition Sunday Duelcaster Mage stream. We're bringing back a much beloved segment we call Let's Brew. And I'm rejoined by my buddy TukTuk. Coming from you on the line here from the Czech Republic. How are you, TukTuk?
I'm really great. I'm glad to be back.
Excellent. Can you see my stream, by the way? Can you see it on YouTube?
It's not on yet.
Okay.
Oh, now it is.
Okay, great. Hey, Rudyard's is on chat. That's wonderful. I was excited to see him back after a long hiatus. Good to see some buddies from the Discord. So today we are going to be brewing a new card from War of the Spark that just got spoiled just a couple of days ago, called Tolsimir, Friend to Wolves. And this is a pretty exciting commander, I would say. Debatable whether it's a build around, but I think it's one of the more build aroundy type commanders we've seen. Would you agree so far?
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely one. Yes, I would agree. Just let's stay with that.
Yeah.
Let's not go there yet.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's a whole nother debate we're gonna get to in a second. But Tolsimir, let's just look at the card itself first. So 2 green white for a 3/3 elf scout, and when it enters the battlefield, create Voja, Friend to Elves, a legendary 3/3 green and white wolf creature token. And whenever a wolf enters the battlefield under your control, you gain 3 life, and that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. So quite a package here. You get 2 creatures, 6 power, 6 toughness across 2 bodies. You get a free fight out of the deal, assuming it resolves, and 3 life. So it's pretty good at stabilizing you if you're behind on board.
Yeah, for sure.
So QK was on here last week, and he was talking about why hasn't green-white been more of a player in Duel Commander, and I speculated that they just didn't have that all-star commander option. You think Tolsimir might have the chops to get it done, to do something?
I really think so, because it brings a lot of value, and it just defeats some decks, I think. Like, if you manage to play Tolsimir against like mono-red, then I think you're really in a good shape.
Yeah, I agree. It's one of our other people playing in our league, Denovar, got to the finals with Shalai, which was also a green-white commander, and this is quite a bit different style of card, but yeah, I think I agree. We have the tools, and yeah, Rudyard says immediate board presence plus removal plus life gain is a lot, for sure. So let's talk about, before we get started on adding suggestions here, let's talk about the direction we want to take this deck, because we have a few ways we could go with it. So why don't you kind of run down a few of those archetypes, TukTuk, if you don't mind.
Yeah, sure. So I was really thinking about it, and like the first thing is of course Wolf Tribal.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was looking at all the wolves, and there's just a few really good ones, and they don't really have a synergies in those colors. I mean, like if it would be in red as well, it would be totally different story. So I don't think wolves are viable. Then there is the classic green-white good stuff with just a few wolves for the enters the battlefield triggers, and I think that could be the really good direction. Then there is the elf tribal, where Tolsimir works as a finisher. Okay, because quite a few elves make wolves. And then there is green-white token and green-white. So to summarize it, it's wolf tribal, not fireball, I think. Green-white good stuff, elf tribal, and green-white tokens or green-white hate bears.
Great summary. I agree. And we actually, this is kind of a good time to mention the Google Sheet that we're going to kind of be using as kind of like a little blueprint, scratch pad, what have you. And there's a link to that in the video description or stream description. And I wrote down these 5 kind of archetypes that we mentioned there briefly. And TukTuk's going to be adding to this list as well, kind of some cards you guys kind of come up with and suggest for us. So pretty much very shortly, we're going to start opening up the chat to suggestions. But we also want your input on like what direction you want to take the deck. So Wim says, personally, he would go for green-white value with elves to start off with. That sounds reasonable.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's the direction that you don't really go with like multiplayer, but you would go to the Duel Commander.
And speaking of like good stuff and whatnot, I preloaded what you guys are seeing on the screen right now is my green-white staples for Duel Commander file in Mage, and this is just a bunch of like really commonly played green and white cards, like Birds of Paradise, Blossoming Defense, Skull Clamp, Swords of Plowshares, anything in the green-white color identity that's like really commonly played. So this just helps streamline the deck building process. We can cut stuff easier than we can add it. It saves time. So that's what you're seeing. And I didn't actually have time to go ahead and add anything else for Tolsimir specifically. Normally I like to do that, but I just kind of lost track of time here. So there's nothing like, you might think of an obvious card you want to add to Tolsimir, but we're opening that up completely blank slate for your guys' suggestions. And I think I'm ready to start the clock here. What do you say? Should we open it up for suggestions?
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right, we're starting. Okay, we have 50 minutes, so we can kind of keep this at a reasonable pace here. You can see that clock ticking down in the upper right. So we want to get that done with 50 minutes tops, and then we're going to move on to cuts, and after that we're going to move on to the mana base, and that is how we're going to do it. And Wim asked, how do you suggest a card? Just type it in YouTube chat, and we'll add it. I'll add it on Mage, and TukTuk will add it on the Google Sheet. The Google Sheet is not editable by everyone, just me and TukTuk, so just suggest it in YouTube chat, and we'll go from there. I wish I had this list here for you guys. Like I said, I usually like to run that preliminary 60 thing, but I just didn't have time to do it. So Andrew says Young Wolf gains 6 life plus divided damage on 1 mana minus any anthem effects.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's start it off with Young Wolf. I think that's a great place to start. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, definitely. That was one of the playable wolves that just popped in the gather. Yeah.
Okay, so Young Wolf is there. You can see it. I'm hopefully on my screen there. Okay, so you have Wolf Skull Shaman and Wolfbriar Elemental. This is great because I didn't actually have time to like look at all the wolves here. So Wolf Skull Shaman is one of those elves that makes wolves, like you were mentioning earlier.
Yeah.
2/2 kinship. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it shares a creature type with Wolf Skull Shaman, you may reveal it. If you do, put a 2/2 wolf token into play. That seems cool. And then Wolfbriar Elemental. Okay, let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, so it's a 4/4 for 4, which is decent, and then you can multi-kick or green. For every green, you get an extra wolf token. That's got to be one of the, better wolves. Celestial Morning Light asked if we already have Restoration Angel in the list. I actually don't, so let me add that too.
And that's really good point, I think, because blinking Tolsimir is super good value. So maybe it could be like sub sub part of the deck to just blink the Tolsimir.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Probably cards like Resto Angel, where they're like good on their own, but have that blink effect stapled onto it. All right, Rudyard said Witch Stalker.
Oh yeah, Witch Stalker is really good. I really like it.
Oh yeah, 3/3 hexproof for 3, and whenever opponent casts a blue or black spell on your turn, get a +1 counter. I'm in.
Yes.
Then we have Ren's Run Packmaster. Champion and Elf. Oh, you can just pay 3 mana to create a 2/2 green wolf creature token. And wolves you control have Death Touch. Oh,
Yes.
awesome. Some of you guys have done your homework better than I have. I can already tell. Sword of Body and Mind.
Oh yes, it makes wolves.
This is the funnest part of this deck, I think, by the way. Finding all the sweet wolves that are playable. What else we got? Nightshade Peddler, Soulbond to give each wolf token Death Touch as they enter the battlefield. Interesting. So Nightshade Peddler is a 1/1 for 2, but it has Soulbond, and as long as it's paired with another creature, both creatures have Death Touch.
That sounds cool. It makes the young wolf much better.
Oh yeah, we're just taking all considerations too at this point. Don't be afraid to suggest anything. It doesn't have to be like obvious or amazing. We're gonna have a pretty ruthless cutting section eventually, but we'll get to that later. What else we have? Conjurer's Closet. That's a way to blink.
Yeah.
Tolsimir.
But I feel like that's like super expensive. Well, we will get to that.
Yeah. So 5-mana artifact, at the beginning of your end step, you get exile target creature you control and return that to the battlefield under your control. If you want, I suppose you could make a all-in sort of enter the battlefield version of this deck too, with like Panharmonicon and not Strionic Resonator or something like that.
Yeah, definitely.
In theory. So Aura Shards. How do you feel about naturalize effects that are strictly naturalize effects in Duel Commander?
I feel like in some cases it's really good. Like the aura shards can be amazing, and it can be like out of in against like Sai or against the artifact partners.
Mm-hmm.
But then against like
Cass or something.
Again, yeah, exactly. Then it's like, okay, I can kill your equipment, but it doesn't do anything on its own, and it's like it's not good. It's Tempelos, and it's just it stinks a bit. Yeah.
I know it's either amazing, it's either like unbeatable or kind of a blank, which is the problem.
Yeah, and in that case, it can be similar to Blood Moon then.
Right. Yep.
Blood Moon can also win you the game or be totally useless.
But everyone plays Blood Moon that can afford to.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we have a few more suggestions. Eerie Interlude. Forgot this one. Exile any number of target creatures you control, return them to the battlefield at the beginning of the next end step. Yeah, I mean, makes sense. It's, again, kind of narrow, though. Like, if you don't have Tolsimir, it might not do anything. So, but we'll put it in there. Let's see.
Yep.
Chameleon Colossus we do not have, Rudyards.
Oh, we have it in the sheet.
Oh, we do?
Yeah, it's the first one.
Okay. I forgot I didn't add it to my X-Mage list yet, so Good call, everyone. Oh, Master of the Wild Hunt. I missed that earlier too. I do need to add that one. Okay. I want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, that's why we have the sheet.
All right, let's get the Masters 25 art.
Wolfil Silverheart. Oh, that's good.
Wolfir Silverheart. The original Verdurus Gearhulk sort of card. I think we missed one. Watch Wolf.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And what else? Reclamation Sage. Great call. I already have that in the list. It's actually interesting if you are playing green-white, you actually have access to Knight of Autumn as well. So sometimes you only want like one of those is like a toolbox tutor sort of card. And Knight of Autumn is pretty much strictly superior.
Yeah, for sure.
Pack Guardian.
He's crazy.
Yeah. Nice. Pack Guardian is a 4-mana 4/3 flash, and when it enters the battlefield, you can discard a land card. If you do, put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield. Sebastian Patzelt asks, is Fleecemane good enough even though it's not a wolf? Fleecemane Lion. What do you think about Fleecemane Lion?
I like it. I do. If we are going for the value, then it should be fine if it's not a wolf. And it should just be fine.
Yeah. The Watch Wolf's superior cousin here. If we're going like, I guess the bar for like a creature to be included in here is pretty high, I think, because obviously the wolves have synergy, but then like, what do you want your other creature base to look like? Either some way to interact with your opponent or some sort of hate bear effect, and I don't know if Fleecemane really fits the bill so much.
He's a kind of hate bear against control.
That's a stretch, I would say. You mean like
okay,
like
fair enough.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't prevent them from doing anything in their game plan. It just it's a hard to deal with.
Just kills them. Yeah,
it just kills them. What else we got? So Howl of the Night Pack. Interesting. 7-mana sorcery. Put a 2/2 green wolf creature token onto the battlefield for each forest you control.
Yeah. Like if you resolve it and then you live to another turn, it sounds okay, but it's super expensive.
Yeah, 7 mana's a lot.
Yeah, I would maybe go for the Predator's Howl. For 4 mana, it creates 2/2 green wolf creature, and if you have a Morbid, it creates 3 of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting. So 4 mana instant, put a 2/2 wolf onto the battlefield. If you have Morbid, you put 3 of them. Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
It really sucks without Morbid, though.
Yes, it does. But like if you play creature deck, it doesn't matter against which deck you play. Either they combo off without killing your creatures, and that's like you could not do anything with that anyway, or they just like interact with you.
Mm-hmm. I like it. Let me just take a moment to save this so I don't lose it, just in case X-Mage crashes or something. Okay. Okay, so we got a bunch of wolf cards. What? Go ahead.
Silver for Partisan. How do you say it? Wait, I will put it into the Google Sheet.
Silver for a Partisan. Oh, wow. What the hell is this thing? So 3 mana for a 2/2 trample. Whenever a wolf or werewolf becomes a target of a sorcery or instant spell, put a 2/2 token on the battlefield.
I don't know. We would a lot of wolves probably.
I feel like they're gonna. Are they gonna kill? Are they gonna target? Well, I guess if you're going deep on the wolf tribal, that could do something. Doesn't if they kill Tolsimir though?
Yeah,
it doesn't do anything. Okay,
that's true.
Any more wolf token makers? Any more wolf regular creatures? Wolfir Avenger. No, no one said that yet, I don't think.
Wolfir Avenger?
Yeah, this is 1 green for a 3/3 flash, and it 1 and a green to regenerate Wolfir Avenger.
Oh, that one, yeah. There is another one with flash. It's like for 4 mana, 3/3 flash, and when it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +2/+2. Prayer Park Alpha.
Ah, okay. I remember this card is like the inferior Briarhorn, but it's a wolf, so not strictly worse. So Wim says feed the pack also makes wolf tokens. That's an engine card. So feed the pack is 6 mana, so pretty expensive. At the beginning of your end step, you may sacrifice a non-token creature. If you do, put X 2/2 green wolf creature tokens onto the battlefield, where X is the sacrifice creature's toughness. I kind of like this one. I know it's expensive, but even if you like, you know,
like if we cheated in the play, it should let the
cheated. What? Sorry. I lost you for a second.
Cheated into play to Academy Director.
All right. Yeah, it sounds like you're breaking up a little bit, but I think you said cheated into play with Academy Rector. I love me some Academy Rector. Let's add that one. You still there, TukTuk? I'm having trouble hearing you. So what else we have? I think you're back. All right, so Bishek has a pretty strong opinion about wolves. Just they're just bad. There really aren't any great wolves in green white. Tolsimir herself is just enough. No need to play bad cards. Shots fired. But he's got a point. Stephen Phillips asks, how does your deck building in general differ between 1v1 and CEDH? It's night and day, really. 1v1 is all about playing to the board for the most part, and very little about combo. I mean, there are viable combo decks, but they're definitely the minority. So you want to kind of, well, I don't know. You can look at the top 8, mtgtop8.com top Duel Commander list to get an idea of the metagame. It's like, generally, roughly speaking, like 35% aggro, 35% control, and like a little bit of combo, and a little bit of hard to classify. Oh yeah, original Tolsimir. How could I forget original Tolsimir? Gotta make sure I can. Can you guys hear TukTuk anymore? Because I can't. I'll try to get him back on the line. Original Tolsimir. Wolfblood. It's really quite strong to curve this into after the original after the new Tolsimir, I guess, because they both he double pumps the cards that your commander plus the Voja token, and I believe you can just keep making other Voja tokens, indefinitely, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I'm back. Hello.
Hey, there you are. I lost you for a second.
Cool.
So Wim says kind of agrees with Bishek. We should cut the wolves and add better value cards. Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're kind of just we're dreaming big here. We're dreaming big to start out with, and these wolves are gonna get cut, but that's okay. We can talk about them and imagine and dream. But
how big do we want to dream?
Yes, that's the question.
Because there is a Master of the Hunt.
Master of the Wild Hunt?
No. Without the wild. Just Master of the Hunt.
Master of the Hunt?
Just don't put it there. Don't put it there. It makes wolves that have banding.
Oh God. Well, people might misplay around banding.
Yes, exactly. That's no. Never mind. No.
That was just a joke, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, Celestial Morning Light says Knight of the Reliquary. I did not have that in the list yet. It is just a good creature. I guess you could go search up like Cavernous Souls or something. You have a lot of elves. What else do we miss here? Gaddock Teague.
Knight of the Reliquary?
Yep, Knight of the Reliquary, Gaddock Teague. Let's see if we have this. I do not have Gaddock Teague either. I'll add Gaddock Teague. Gaddock Teague is a nice ability to commander swap and wreck certain decks.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I like adding him in a green-white deck like this. Bishek asks, how many lands do we want to play? It's a good question.
I think it depends on number of elves we play.
Mm-hmm. Right.
If we play all the one drop elves, then we are going like to 36 lands. I don't know. I don't know what the number should be.
My gut would be like 38, even with all the even if you were to run all the mana dorks, I would probably say 38, just because Tolsimir being 5 is pretty expensive and they tend to die and stuff like that.
Yeah, probably.
We got a good suggestion, Shalai, Voice of Plenty.
Yep.
I like that. I like, again, kind of curves nicely into new Tolsimir. Mother of Runes is in the deck down 0 already. That's one of my white staple cards I would consider. What other kind of so some of the other staple cards I think we for sure want to run are like Dramoka's Command, maybe Voice of Resurgence. All the
maybe Thalia.
Yeah, we could run Thalia for sure. I didn't have it in the list yet, but Thalia, the original or the 3/2 first strike one, or both?
Maybe both.
Yeah, shit, it's good.
Definitely the new one, but
the 3-drop.
Yeah. I would play it. I think she's super good.
Yeah. Dauntless Escort and Birthing Pod.
Yeah, that's a good call. I would play also the Selfless Spirit, which I don't know if you have there already.
I do not have Selfless Spirit. I think Selfless Spirit is a bit better than Dauntless Escort, but there's no reason you couldn't double up. Birthing Pod.
Birthing Pod, yeah.
I love this suggestion because obviously Tolsimir is just, a value creature with an enter the battlefield ability, so you can kind of pot him away for pretty freely and get Primeval Titan,
Green Titan,
yeah. And recast Tolsimir like the following turn or something like that.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, so that kind of lends itself to like a ETB sort of style of deck, which could totally be viable. Other good cards in that vein are let's just add Prime Time for one thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's already there. There. Derp. Revelark. Maybe.
Yes, probably. Yeah, probably if we are playing elves and like Mother of Runes and Gadoctique, and yeah, it sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds good.
Ooh, Wiltleaf Liege. I like that suggestion a lot. Very, very nice suggestion. Celestial Morning Light.
Oh, and Safi. Oh, that's really good one.
Safi. You like Safi? I think she's okay. I don't.
I think if they kill Tolsimir and you save him with Safi, you are in great shape.
Oh, right, because you get to rebuy that ETB.
Yes.
Wiltleaf Liege is pretty sweet just because it double pumps Tolsimir and the Wolf token, and you can just randomly slam it into play off of, sort of Feast and Famine trigger, or like Liliana of the Veil or something like that, which is insane.
Sure. Sounds cool.
Woodland Bellower. That's another nice one for playing Pod. And what else do I have here? As far as I'm looking at my like staples list, other good cards that combine with Pod are like Palace Jailers, Insane.
Oh yeah, we want to run that for sure.
We already mentioned Night of Autumn, Kitchen Finks. It's already in there. We could run Wall of Blossoms or like, probably not.
If we are running like the few blink effects and value creatures that do something when they enters the battlefield, maybe Changeling Hero.
Which one?
We are dreaming big again. Changeling Hero.
Changeling Hero.
Yeah.
Okay, I had to look that one up.
It's similar to the Changeling Camelon Colossus.
Yep, Changeling. So get that wolf fight trigger, which is cool, and then you can champion a creature like with an ETB, and then when Changeling dies, get that, rebuy that. Hey, what's up, Q Key? Glad you could join us. And then Beshek suggests Coco and Court of Calling.
Oh yeah.
What is Coco again?
Collected Company.
That's right.
Which I'm not sure is that good in... Well, it depends how many 3-drops are we going to have. Yeah.
Is Kosali Pride Mage in there? That's a good question. Yep, I have Kosali Pride Mage in there. Sadly not a wolf. Sword of Body and Mind, we did discuss QK.
Yeah.
I think this could be the deck for it. I really kind of do. I mean, it's not terrible on its own. I think you could make, then you could run Stoneforge Mystic, which I already have in this list. Maybe even Sword of Feast and Famine and Jite. And then that's plenty of equipment, I think. Maybe Skull Clamp too.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we definitely want the equipment package.
Okay. All right.
Do we want something against discard decks, like against Cass and stuff like that? Because I think we might have a problem with the Cass. I'm not sure, but like it's a creature deck, and even though Tolsimir is great value, it's like I think Cass will just go through the deck. Do we want something like how's it called? Oh. Damn, I just forgot how it's called.
Could you just describe it?
No, it slipped in my mind. Never mind. I will remember.
Right.
Just give me time. Yeah.
Sure. So one of the cards, like we have Witch Stalker, which is kind of cool. I guess has nothing to do with this card, but it is into counter spells or something like that. We have Wiltleaf Liege, which is kind of nice. Not against targeted discard, but untargeted.
Yeah, untargeted discard. So I meant something like the how is it called? White Leaf Leech.
Uh,
Which, when discarded, you get it back, like to play directly.
yeah, that one I added a few minutes ago. It's in there.
Yeah, I know, but like other types of this thing, like
Obstinate
there's
Bailiff?
the new 6/6 for 4 mana, right? With hexproof and stuff.
Oh yeah. What's that one called? I forget.
I'll find it.
Shit. We have Obstinate Bailoff in the list of kind of generic playables already. Nullhide Ferox, is that it?
Yes, exactly. There's like a few of these.
Yeah, I could see running like nearly all creature spells anyway, so it could be fine. Loxodon Smiter. Oh yeah, Loxodon Smiter. Forgot about that card. Just build a anti-discard deck.
Yeah, like out of it, you know.
Dodecapod was the original. I don't know if you guys are old school like me, but they made much better versions of that card since then, and they were all like green and white. I think we've scraped the bottom of the barrel when it comes to those sort of cards. What are the weaknesses? Like let's assume we're like mostly a creature deck, kind of green-white value, kind of mid-rangey. What other kind of weaknesses do you see?
I think we are quite weak to fast combo, probably. Like without Gadok. We can switch second game for the Gadok, but I'm not sure if that's enough. Like against Teferi and the partners combo.
Like Aluren with
yeah, Aluren, yeah.
So what's the how do we shore up that weakness, would you say? Like more hate bears, more well, you can't really do much with green white. I mean, you can remove permanents with like Oblivion Ring type effects, but you can't really attack their hand. You can't really counter spells. You can play Mana Tithe. That's kind of the...
I really love Mana Tithe, but I'm not sure that's it has a place.
The Thalias, yeah, we added both the Thalias. CML, I'm gonna call you. We have Voice of Resurgence is pretty good against Drago.
Oh yeah, that's true.
What other hate bears do I have in here?
Like maybe the one that forbids searching the library.
Oh, Aven Mind Sensor, or the cat.
How he's called? Unless you pay 2. Unless you pay 2, nobody can search library.
Leonin something,
but
right?
That's quite a number with the tutors.
Yeah,
yes.
Leonin Arbiter.
I think.
Yep. Yeah, it could bite us, especially with Birthing Pod.
Oh yeah.
I'll just
put. Well, you can sacrifice it to the Birthing Pod.
Yeah, that's true. Eidolon of Rhetoric. That's the one where each player can only cast one spell each turn.
Mind Sensor, yeah.
Mind
Sensor.
Yeah. That's a great card.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I love Aven Mind Sensor.
Yeah, I saw a game where one had a Mind Sensor and the other had the whole combo like ready to go. He was just waiting for the Mind Sensor to die so he can combo through the Aluren. And it was like for like 5 turns he could not combo off. It was crazy.
That's wild. Okay. Ball had a good suggestion. Hi Ball, how you doing? Mirror Entity, even though it's a little bit off from what we were talking about, but it's a wolf. It may It may not be a good body to fight with, but it does gain you 3 life and can threaten a giant swing the following turn. Scavenging Ooze is in the deck already. CML, thank you. And Aethersworn Canonist. All right, more anti-combo, some good anti-combo options. Although I don't know how much we want to bend over backwards to like fight against combo.
Okay, sure. So, so what other decks do we like probably play against, right? Mono red, I think Tolsimir is great against mono red. Like that's just he comes into play, kills carry, and gains 3 life, and you still have like 6 power on 2 creatures.
Yeah, I think that matchup's going to be solid, like kind of inherently solid, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Then for example, Saskia. How do we kill Saskia? Saskia.
That's a question because the wolf can't kill it when Tolsimir.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of good like 3/4 commanders right now, like Cass. It's really annoying. Well, we have swords in Path already in the generic playables sort of category. We have Palace Jailer with a lot of ways to tutor it. Oust. Not a permanent solution. We could run, I mean, I do have like O-Ring, Banishing Light in here. Council's Judgment, obviously. But beyond that, I don't know how many good green-white options exist. You still there? Might have gotten disconnected again. 1 second. So, the Charged Particle Gun, hey, how's it going? Suggests Devoted Druid and the Vizier combo. Which combos?
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back. Devoted Druid Vizier combo. What do you think about that in this deck?
I think it's better for Shalai, but it could be... Well, if we would have Suck Outlet, we would possibly gain a lot of life, kill everything they've got, and because of like casting over and over Tolsimir.
But how are you going to make white mana over and over again?
I don't know.
Okay, Ball says enough good creature naturalizes, so we don't need to run. Yeah, I agree. I think between, you know, Reclamation Sage and Dryad or Knight of Autumn, probably don't need to run stuff like Aura Shards. Okay, coming down on 15 minutes here on suggestions. We're losing some steam. What are we missing here? What haven't we talked about yet?
So do we have enough things to kill and to interact with the opponent when they have bigger creature than 3?
Or do we just want to go over the top and sort of swarm them or go wide or something like that? It's another way to look at it. Do we want to play cards like Mass Pump, like you know, Gaia's Anthem and Eldrazi Monument's a little pet card of mine. Beast Within, that does kill anything.
Yeah, and it makes a 3/3 that can be eaten.
True. One other, I was kind of talking a little bit about Mass Pump. Like, Mass Pump is pretty effective when your wolves are kind of on the like mid-range kind of size, you know, like if you have a 3/3 wolf and it's like statically a 4/4 when it enters the battlefield, all of a sudden that kills Cass, it kills Saskia and stuff like that. So that could be something to consider.
Sure.
Okay, Q key, let's see. Yeah, the tutors Q key are already in the deck. Like a lot of the staples like Eladamri's Call, Survival, Fauna Shaman. What else? I'm trying to see if I missed any chat comments. Intangible Virtue, if you really want to go deep on the tokens. 4 mana Garruk. How do you feel about Planeswalkers in this deck?
Well, 4 mana Garruk seems like really good. It makes it does everything, like, right? It makes creatures, it ramps you to Tolsimir, and then it pumps everything. That sounds perfect, yeah.
Cool. What about like charged particle guns that like mentioned the death touch, made the point about death touch again too. Is there anything that can give like death touch to all our creatures?
Instantly?
No, I mean like an enchantment or something that sticks around.
Well, there is equipment.
Yeah, but that doesn't help with ETB wolf fighting. Bow of Nylea, I think, only does death touch for attacking creatures.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know about anything, to be honest.
Yeah.
I cannot just no. What about Gideon? Ally of Zendikar.
Oh yeah, that's a good planeswalker.
And his emblem.
Ooh, that's a great one because they can't really remove it.
Yeah, and the wolves now fight as 4/4.
Yeah, then I mean, just like going from 3/3 to 4/4 is like huge, I think. So,
yes, yeah.
I love Gideon. What about what other planeswalkers? I have Elspeth in here already, but I think Gideon's going to be better. Any other sort of mass pump or planeswalkers? I don't know if there's a good 3 mana like Selesnya planeswalker. Is there?
No, there isn't.
Not yet.
Well, isn't some Selesnya planeswalker coming out?
There's a new Ajani.
I'll have a look. Yeah,
but I don't think that's good enough for this deck. I think it gives all your creatures vigilance, and you can gain some life or put a +1/+1 counter on everything.
Also, Vivian is coming out, and it gives like all your creatures plus flash. And then she gives vigilance and reach.
I really like giving everything flash. That seems pretty strong. But I can't actually add those cards yet.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, it's fine. We already have Ren's Run Pack Master. I like that one. Champion and Elf could be tough though. Anyway, we're getting a little we're kind of running out of steam here. Should we move on to cuts?
Maybe. One more. With the Convoke for 1 mana, I think, and it's like instant, and it gives 1 creature +2/+2.
Are you talking about Gather Courage?
Probably. Yeah, I think so.
Ooh, I like this card just in general. I think it's kind of underrated.
But also, you can in this deck you can use it to make the wolf 5/5 before it fights with anything.
Yeah, so there's a couple cards like that. Now that you mentioned Gather Courage, in addition, there's Mutagenic Growth, right?
Oh yes, that's true.
And Invigorate.
And Invigorate, right, yes.
I like that a lot. Then you can that wolf token can take down pretty much anything.
Yes, definitely anything.
And I think these these cards are just good.
And the Berserk as well, maybe.
Do you think this is a Berserk deck?
No, not really. To be honest, not really.
I love Berserk, but I don't know if this is the deck for it. We got a few more
Yeah,
suggestions.
probably not.
Yeva, Nature's Herald. That's a card I like quite a bit, actually. Gives all your green creatures flash. And she has flash herself as 4/4 for 4.
Parallax Wave?
Parallax Wave. Do I have that already? I do have that already.
Oh, Bow of Nalia. Oh,
Yes.
Nilea?
I say Nylea, but I don't know.
Nilea.
Yeah.
I think that gives the touch, right?
Yeah, but only to attacking creatures.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. But I'm glad you mentioned Gather Courage and those tricks, because I think this could be the perfect deck for those sort of things.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I'm gonna give you guys about another minute to throw out any other suggestions, and then we'll move on to cuts. Try to get through this little ahead of schedule here.
Recruiter of the Guard and Tireless Tracker. Do we have those?
I know I have Tireless Tracker in here. Where is he? There he is. Just a ridiculously good creature. And then Recruiter of the Guard. Do not have that one yet. So what could Recruiter grab us that's like super insane? Palace Jailer.
Yeah.
You
can grab Tireless Tracker.
You can grab Tireless Tracker, yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things. Night of Autumn, Kitchen Finks.
There is suggestion Keswick Cage Breakers.
When so it's a 3/4 for 5 human rogue. When it attacks, create a 2/2 green wolf creature token that's tapped and attacking for each creature in your graveyard. It's got potential. I mean, it's competing with Tolsimir on the curve, and then you have to like untap with it and have dead creatures. So it's kind of asking a lot. Andrew had a good suggestion along the lines of like mutagenic growth and all that stuff. Primal Force Mage.
Yeah. Well, I'm not really sure that's good enough because it only interacts with the flesh creatures, but it mainly interacts only with Tolsimir, and I'm not sure. I think it could be good, but not good enough.
Okay. Yeah. If more stuff had haste, I think that might be another.
Yeah. Oh, maybe something that gives creatures haste, like Lightning Greaves and stuff like that.
Yeah, but then we're talking about a 2-card combo that we have no way to really assemble.
Yeah, but Lightning Greaves are good on its own.
That's true. Karmic Guide. I do not have that in QKey, not yet. I'll add Karmic Guide.
That's good. Yeah.
Good with Birthing Pod, especially.
Yeah, because I'm not really sure we are able that we want to play Tolsimir from Command Zone for the second time or the third one. I don't think we will be able to.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm. Unless we are playing against some super hard control deck, then it's really hard.
Yeah. What else? So a few of these cards you guys are suggesting are indeed in already. Mother of Runes, yes. Or no, sorry. Yeah, Mother of Runes. Tireless Tracker. Yep. So all right, let's move on to cuts, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, I'm going to sort this by just converting mana cost again. All right, we have one last suggestion. Elspeth, Sun's Champion, Planeswalker route. I'm not seeing that as being exceptionally synergistic.
Sun's Champion, that's the one with the +3/+3 and lifelink, flying. I mean.
No, that's 6 mana. You can make 3 1/1 tokens, and then you can minus it to kill. I mean, it's the fact that your two creatures are 3/3s kind of makes sense to curve into it and then wipe out all the big stuff.
Yeah, that's a pretty good point.
Okay. Armageddon, Flicker Wisp, and Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze is definitely already in. Armageddon is in as a generic staple. It could be an Armageddon deck. Maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Maybe.
Quite possibly.
And Flicker Wisp.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like Flicker Wisp. Just kind of a solid, heavy-hitting value creature. All right, I'm cutting it off, guys. You can keep at it. You can keep doing suggestions if you want, but I'm gonna change my timer to cut, and we're gonna put 25 minutes on there, and we're starting the clock. So let's do a last resort. And bump. All right, let's go through the 1-drops here. Are you... My opinion is that we should be playing pretty much all the playable mana dorks, 1-mana mana dorks. What do you think?
For sure, definitely. We have like high top commander, and we will need a lot of mana.
All right, so I'm going to just start dragging stuff. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to just drag it into my sideboard temporarily, all the cards we for sure want to play. And then anything that's left over here in the main deck, I'm just going to wipe out, and then we'll take all these cards back into the main deck to make our final deck. So we've got Arbor Elf, Avacyn's Pilgrim. Stop me if you disagree with any of these cards, all right? Birds of Paradise, Boreal Druid, Elvish Mystic, Finhorn Elves, Jiraga Tree Speaker, Llanowar Elves. I think that's it for actual creatures. Then we have stuff like Wild Growth, Utopia Sprawl.
I don't like those really. I think they are not good, but they probably are because they survive like the wipe. But I don't know. I like if we want to play Collected Company and things like that, then we need to have as many creatures as possible.
Yeah, I'm kind of in agreement. I think I would tend to leave them in here, and I'm just like, again, if you guys know my deck building methods, I just put any cards here that I like for sure, 100%, no question, want to play. And then if we have room left over, great, we'll add some more stuff back in. But I don't want to like put borderline cards in here because then we just have another painful phase of cutting to deal with. So that's generally how I do this. So we got the mana dorks. Do you want to just go creatures first and then come back with spells? That might be a good way to do it, or
probably. Well, I think it goes hand in hand. Like Collected Company like needs creatures, but do we want to decide that we play Collected Company first and then like choose the creatures, or do we want to just choose creatures and then see if Collected Company fits?
I think deciding whether it fits or not is probably the way to go. But I think Collected Company is much more of imposes more of a restriction on your deck building than something like Birthing Pod.
Sure, definitely.
Whereas, because Pod, all you need is, half creatures in your deck, and your Pod is going to do amazing things.
No, you just need your commanders. No, that's like two. You just need 2 commanders. That's it, and a few creatures in the deck.
Right, exactly. So my opinion currently is that we do want to make some concessions to Birthing Pod, but just cards you want to play anyway, basically.
Yes.
And then other than that, we're just gonna play green-white good stuff, value, try to shore up a lot of the weaknesses with, hate bears and, cards like that.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, so let's just go through our 1-drops, and then we'll go to 2-drops, regardless of whether they're creatures or not. Blossoming Defense, is this a Blossoming Defense deck?
Ooh. Like,
right.
if we want to change to Gadok a lot, I think it is. But if we are not going to change to Gadok a lot, then I don't think protecting Tols as much.
Yeah, I don't think Tolsimir. Yeah, I agree. I don't think Tolsimir's like must protect, and if he dies, you know, he's left value on the board, you know, so he's still it's not the end of the world, and you know, we could recast him potentially. So I'm more inclined to play cards like you said, mutagenic growth, gather courage, stuff like that.
Yeah, me too.
Do you want to play? Should we put the gather courage and the mutagenic growth in there? I kind of like it.
Yeah, me too. I think it really surprises people and basically sometimes work as a removal.
Yep. Nobody ever plays.
Especially
nobody ever.
Tolsimir.
Yeah, and nobody ever plays around pump spells in Duel Commander.
That's true.
I'm gonna skip. I think I'm gonna skip Enlightened Tutor, Expedition Map, Benevolent Bodyguard. I think Green Sun Zenith would be great. Another way to ramp on turn 1 as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Mana Tithe. I still like it.
Me too. Me too. Yeah.
All right, let's put it in there. Mother of Runes, obviously.
Oh, for sure.
All right. QK says he doesn't agree on skipping Enlightened Tutor.
Well, it depends what we have to tutor up. Do we have like Jite and like 2 swords with different protections, or do we have the Parallax Wave?
Yeah, we do. All the above.
Oh, and Pot. Yeah, we are tutoring Pot.
All right, let's put Enlightened Tutor in there.
Yeah, he's right.
I'm gonna put Path. I don't know if I want to play Oust. I usually like Oust in more control-y decks. I think I'll skip Oust, even though I really do like that card.
I don't know.
I love Shaper Sanctuary. It's like one of a pet card of mine.
Yeah, put it there right now.
I think it's like an auto include in like a green creature deck, so I'm just gonna put it in there. Swords, obviously.
Skull Clamp for sure.
Skull Clamp
with all the mana elves, mana dorks.
Yep. I'm gonna skip Vines of Vastwood. I'm gonna put Worldly Tutor's an interesting one too. I don't think it's necessary. I think Eladamri's Call is better. It's not card disadvantage, and
sure.
I don't know.
It's not like we are looking for a combo, right?
No. Young Wolf is like the one synergy card we have on this 1-drop list so far. Is Young Wolf playable?
Now the hard questions come.
Yep.
I don't know. I think he's playable.
Yeah.
Because he's like the early blocker against aggro, and against heavy removal deck, he's just like okay at least.
Yeah. So QK says 1 mana. It's just there's multiple ways to look at this card. Like you can look at it as a 1-drop, or you can look at it as like a top deck after you already have Tolsimir in play. And it's not just going to be a 1 mana deal 1. It's going to be a 1 mana gain 6, maybe kill a 1 toughness creature, and you're left with a 2/2. And maybe you kill a 1/2 or another 1/1 or a 2/2 after the Undying.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I don't know.
It's good with Skull Clamp. Well, I'm gonna table.
In chat, you don't have to kill only like the mana dorks. You can kill something that is 3/3, and you just fight with them twice.
Yeah, this is a very controversial card, apparently.
are we going to have like second cuts after we like?
We probably will have to make second cuts. So let's just hold off on Young Wolf because like I said, we're just trying to try to get cards we like for sure 100% want to play. And already if we're this unsure about Young Wolf, I'm just gonna default to leaving it. Balance. Is there a white deck that doesn't want to play balance? He's speechless. I'm gonna put balance in. Even though I don't love it in creature decks all the time. I'm going to put Jamoka's command in. We already talked about that one. I'm trying to see. He's having some audio issues again. We'll be back. No Earthcraft. Eladamri's Call is great. I'm going to skip Either Sworn Canonist, I think. I think combo is pretty... still relatively... uncommon. There he is, back again. What about survival effects like Fauna Shaman and Survival of the Fittest? They could be good.
Oh, I hear you now. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Just in time for me to cough up a storm. Well, I mean, if we're playing a creature toolbox package, I could see an argument for Fauna Shaman and Survival of the Fittest.
Oh, survival, definitely survival. Yeah.
Is Fauna Shaman good enough?
It's okay, I think. Yeah, probably.
All right, I didn't.
Maybe. Well, he's an elf, and there is good suggestion for Priest of Titania.
I did not have Priest of Titania in there yet.
I know.
That's a good suggestion.
Well, maybe we go through the list first and then have a look how many elves do we play.
This could really enable a turn 3 Tolsimir fairly easily.
Yeah.
I think. I'll add the priest in there. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna skip Fleece Mainline, I think. I just don't think it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Journey to Nowhere is a nice removal spell. I forgot that one in white. No, you don't agree?
It's okay. Like,
all right.
I don't have experience with it, so I cannot say.
Okay, we'll skip it then.
No. Like, do you think it's really good? Then put it there.
I think
I just don't have experience on it.
I think the question is, do we want to run just Oblivion Ring and Banishing Light, or do you want to save a mana and just be able to kill creatures?
I think, like, we were talking about not being able to kill Saskia and Cass and all those big creatures that are really problematic. I think it could be, like, really good. Yeah.
I mean...
Yuki is saying it's must include.
No, he doesn't. So... He does. I think he doesn't like it.
Oh, it's not must include. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll hold off because there's not consensus. But, I mean, when you're talking about the list of removal spells in green-white, the list gets short really fast. And in my opinion, Journey is, like, definitely playable, like, up there near the top, even though it's not. It's no Terminate, that's for sure. Okay.
Sure. Have we? Did you put Fauna Shaman in or not?
Not yet.
No.
No, you want to put it in?
I would probably.
All right, we'll put it in. I'm gonna skip. I think I'm gonna skip Lightning Greaves. I don't think this is a Lightning Greaves deck.
Okay.
I usually like this card when my commander really benefits greatly from it, but that's not really the case here. I'm gonna skip Lotus Cobra. I think Mind Stone, Nature's Lore. I'm gonna skip Nightshade Peddler. Kasali Pride Mage I think is solid.
Sure.
Although I mean I could see not running it too because we have other ones that like ETB and kill stuff, but it is quite strong. Raphaelos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's put that one in. Another easy turn 3 commander option. Okay, we have.
Isn't Lotus Cobra also like easy turn 3 commander?
If you got a fetch land.
Yeah.
You like Lotus Cobra?
How many fetchlands do we run? 4?
No,
5?
no, you can run a max of 7, I believe, in a 2-color
7, yeah,
two-color
7.
deck.
7 isn't correct. That's quite a bit.
All right. I'll put Cobra. I think some chats are agreeing with you. So I'm gonna skip Sakura Tribe Elder. I'm gonna put Scavenging Ooze in.
Yeah, for sure.
Selfless Spirit for sure. Smuggler's Copter I think is just too good not to play.
Yes.
That card's stupid. Stoneforge Mystic.
Yeah, definitely.
Survival. Ooh, we're getting bulky already. Sylvan Library. I think this,
yeah, for sure.
Really? I think this card's overrated.
No?
I think this card's overrated. Yeah, I do.
Well, no. Like, Tolsimir is gaining us lives that we can use through the library to draw cards.
Okay.
So basically, Tolsimir is drawing us cards.
Okay. That's a good point. I didn't consider that part.
Yeah.
I will say though that I think Sylvan is a little bit overrated in general, but in this deck it makes sense. I'm gonna skip Caryatid, Sylvan Scrying. Tarmogoyf I don't think really does much. Thaliel I think is good.
Okay.
Well,
sure.
I'm not 100% on Thalia. I don't know. I'm not 100%.
Me neither, but it can wreck decks. It's just like...
It's much better when you can commander swap with her, you know?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
There's a question about Raphaelos being banned. No, he's not banned. He's only banned as a commander. You can play him in your 99 in Duel Commander. So, Unexpectedly Absent. I forgot about that as a white removal spell. I think that card's quite good.
Yeah. I think it's definitely at least okay, and it's usually really good.
Yeah. I think the Vizier devoted Druid combo is probably not worth it.
Yeah, I don't think so either. It's just... It needs too much setup, even though we at least now have like quite a few tutors. Then no, I wouldn't play it.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, we gotta speed things up here. We're getting low on time. I added Voice of Resurgence.
Sure.
Watchwolf. I think Watchwolf could be fine.
It's I don't think so. Because it's just 3/3 do nothing. Or does he have vigilance? No, I don't think so. No, it's like for 2 mana 3/3 does nothing. I don't think it's worth it.
All right,
to be honest.
Winter Orb.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, especially with all the mana dorks.
All right, so I'm gonna skip Wolf Skull Shaman. If Watchwolf's not good enough, then Wolf Skull Shaman certainly isn't. All right, 3 drops. Even Mind Sensor. Yeah. Stop.
Yes, for sure.
Court of Calling. That's interesting. I think this card is also a little overrated. X green. Even if with Convoke, I don't know.
Well, we have all the elves, and most of them like gives green.
Well, any 1-drop taps for mana with this card, but
oh yeah, that's true as well. Yeah,
I don't know. I think it's a step. I think it's notch below cards like Green Sun Zenith and Birthing Pod and Elad Amory's Call, but I don't know.
I really like it because it searches at instant speed. That's like the main thing.
Okay. All right. We'll put it in. Council's Judgment for sure.
Yeah.
Courser of Crewfix. I don't think this is a Courser deck really.
Probably not. Yeah.
We're gonna have to make. I'm just like we're already at 41 cards here. Not cutting land. So we're just gonna. I'm just trying to like be ruthless.
Yeah. Okay. Cultivate. No.
The next card I'm seeing here that looks decent is Eldritch Evolution.
Okay, yeah. Sounds good. Sounds really good.
If we're running Pod, we're assuming we can make some use out of this. Eternal Witness.
Sure, yes, I would put it there.
Okay. Flicker Wisp.
That's a hard one because, like, so far we have so little Flicker Wisp wannabe. Like so little targets that gives value so little targets that are great value with it, but it can be good with like bigger things.
I'm looking at the cards we have currently. There's not a lot of ETB stuff that's like 2 mana or less besides Stoneforge Mystic, but that's kind of not fair to Flicker Wisp because there's a lot of great stuff starting at 3.
And the Tolsimir is great with it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right, I like Flicker Wisp too, and you got to have some amount of flying creatures in case the round gets gummed up. I like
Renegade Rally.
You think so?
Probably. Like it's the Celestial Morning Light saying Ramen Up Excavator, Eternal Witness, and Renegade Rallier should be in the deck.
I agree.
Kind of agree.
I agree with Eternal Witness. I don't know if I agree with the other two.
Well, so far we have a lot of 2-drops. It sounds at least fine, like returning Smuggler Sculptor that died, or Stoneforge Mystic, or I think that's really good.
All right, I'll at least add it to the left list. I'm just envisioning having such a hard time cutting even more relevant cards than that. And
it's going to be hard.
Chaipo says it's hard. It is hard to get it to consistently revolt when you're in a 2-color deck. You only have 7 fetch lands instead of the full 10.
Also, Wasteland as charged particle gun. Just point out.
That's true. Okay, so what are we at here? Knight of the Reliquary. I don't think so. Loxodon Smiter, no. Mirror Entity. I don't know. I don't think the synergy's enough.
No, not Mirror Entity.
It's not gonna really fight anything as a wolf.
Yeah.
Prowling Serpapart I like a lot.
Yes, definitely.
That card just like wrecks a lot of decks.
Mono blue, yeah.
Do we want to run both Reclamation Sage and Knight of Autumn, or just Knight of Autumn?
The Reclamation Sage is elf, so that's like good, I guess.
Does it matter?
If we play the champion and elf one, like that's 5/5 makes wolves and gives wolves that touch. And we have a lot of elves and also Priest of Titania.
Oh, that's a good point.
I don't know.
Yep. Okay, I'll put it in. Recruiter of the Guard.
We have Flicker Wisp.
Right. Okay, putting it in. I'm gonna skip Silver for Partisan. All our sweet wolf cards are just getting.
Yeah. We don't have enough wolves for sure.
Sword of Body and Mind though, that makes a wolf.
Yep. Well, we should not look at that mainly.
Well, there's not really much reason to run Sword of Body and Mind if you can't. I mean, I don't know. I think I would run Fire and Ice. If there was 0 synergy with Sword of Body and Mind, I probably would run Fire and Ice over it. Feast and Famine. I like Feast and Famine because if you can connect with it, you can just drop Tolsimir, which is a guaranteed play.
Well, if you have enough mana, right? If
you have enough mana and you can get through. Tanglewire. I do like Tanglewire in this deck.
Yeah, definitely.
White 3-drop Thalia.
Yeah.
Tireless Tracker. People seem to love that card.
Do we want Teferi's Protection with balance? Okay, no.
I love that combo more than pretty much anybody, but I don't know if this is the deck for it. Witchstalker, and Wolfear Avenger.
I like Witchstalker more.
All right, let's just call it. Let's just pick that one and move on. I don't think Academy Rector's really where we want to be. Armageddon, I don't really think is great.
Well, is this an Armageddon deck or not? Like,
I don't think so. I mean,
what makes a deck Armageddon deck?
I would say a deck that just dumps a bunch of very threatening creatures onto the field turns 1 through 3, and then you can just seal the deal by playing Armageddon turn 4, like Kythian.
Yeah, probably.
Kythian or something would be.
Yeah.
Besides, you're not playing it on turn 4 probably when you're playing Tolsimir, if you want to play Tolsimir.
Yeah, that's true. Vimdecock also saying is that Fire and Ice might be better than the Body and Mind, even with the synergies. And I kind of agree with that because I think it has like more relevant protections, and it's just better.
I would say Feast and Famine is the best. It's so good that you almost never want to cut it when you're running.
No, Body and Mind.
I know. I'm kind of making a point. Like, I would almost probably just run no second sword over Fire and Ice, because we already have Jite, right?
Sure.
Like, we're already gonna have to make second round of cuts here, and I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, true.
All right, I'll move Body and Mind back out. Because we still have Skull Clamp, Jite, and Sword of Feast and Famine.
Okay, fair enough.
I just put in Chameleon Colossus.
Yeah, I think he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
probably.
You gotta have some cards that synergize, right?
Yeah.
And okay, so.
Well, you don't, but.
Oh, you don't.
I think it's worth it.
Yeah, I think so. I think Pro Black is pretty strong, and I mean, yeah, I don't know. I have nothing else to say about that.
Yes.
So the next card I think is Garruk Wildspeaker.
So no collected company?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, fair enough.
Gideon, AOZ.
Garruk, definitely. Gideon, yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to like. X-Mage is acting strange here. I can't see.
Sure,
I can't see my. I can't like scroll horizontally anymore. So I'm gonna see if I can. I want you guys to be able to see this stuff. This is really awful. Okay, I'm just gonna make it another big list here. All right, so we have. I'm getting more 4-drops. Master of the Wild Hunt, probably not. Of these like 4-drops. Okay, Wim is offended that we're not playing Collected Company.
I would play it.
You would?
Like we need, but we need to look at it like after we make the cats and see how many creatures do we have.
All right, I'll put it in our list for now. I think of these 4-drops that like can be put into play off a discard. I think Wiltleaf Liege is by far the best. So I think I'm gonna stick with that.
Yeah, probably.
Call it a day. I mean, I could play Obstinate Baloth too. I think it's probably number 2, but I don't know.
Well, I think 1 should be more or less enough because if they are making us discard without targeted discard, we can always
tutor
for it through the Fauna Shaman or through the Survival of the Fittest.
Yeah, agreed. QK is a really big fan of the Loxodon Hierarch.
What does it do again?
It's basically an Obstinate Baloth, but you can pay green and white and sack it to regenerate each creature you control.
Yeah, that sounds really good, actually. To be honest, that sounds really good.
All right, boom. Pack Guardian. Here's another borderline wolf card.
No, probably not.
All right, Palace Jailer. I'm putting Palace Jailer and Parallax Wave in pretty decisively here. I like Restoration Angel.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shalai, I like.
Switching commanders.
Another alternate commander, yep. And Thrun the Last Troll could be a nice target against certain decks. Maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
And then we already...
Pug Guardian. Sorry, I was just looking up the Pug Guardian and... probably not. Okay.
Yeah, probably not. Wolfbriar Elemental. That's got to be better than Pack Guardian, but still. It's a good mana sink.
Yeah, definitely. You mean, wait, which one again? Sorry?
This is a 4/4 for 4 with multi-kicker green, and you can get a 2/2 wolf for each time you... Oh wait, it's not but it's not a wolf itself. I thought for some reason I was thinking
yeah, it's not a wolf, yeah.
All right, I'm off of it then, I think. Ren's Run Packmaster is...
Yeah, I would play it.
Really interesting. All right, let's put it in there. All right, 5 drops. So these are competing with Tolsimir on the curve.
Okay.
So that makes them a little bit... I think the threshold is a little bit higher for them to be played for that reason.
Sure.
I kind of like Acidic Slime as a Birthing Pod toolboxy type card.
And we can flicker a bit, but that's like corner case, I think.
Yeah. The top one to me is Thragtusk.
Yes, probably. Yeah.
All right.
And then there is the Silver Heart as well.
All right, let's put the Silver Heart in there. You can't not play Silver Heart. Come on.
Yeah definitely.
Karmic Guide.
I really like Karmic Guide. Actually, even maybe better than the TukTuk.
I would probably play... All right, I would probably play both.
Or Acidic Slime.
Yeah. So QQ says his 5 drops would be Karmic Guide, Thragtusk, and Silverheart. Well, that's exactly what we have.
Agreed.
Yeah. And then 6 drops. Here we have really high bar.
It either needs to like really synergize with Tolsimir after he comes into play, or just be super strong.
Yeah. Okay. So prime time.
Yeah, definitely.
Feed the Pack is an interesting one.
Do we have Arena Rector in there? I mean, not Arena Rector, Academy Rector.
No, I didn't put it in.
Then I wouldn't play it.
All right. Woodland. I actually like Woodland Bellower quite a bit because you can get Dryad.
Everything.
Night of Autumn and stuff like that. And Eternal Witness. The original Tolsimir is kind of cool, but probably not good enough.
Sure. Yeah, agreed.
QQ doesn't like Primeval Titan in this deck. It's not like obviously as good as something like, Lord Windgrace or something like that, but I do like it as a top of the curve when you have like Birthing Pod and stuff, and Eldritch Evolution. And there are some really sick lands you can get green-white, like Gavany Township. I mean, that's really strong. All right, let's leave feed the Pack out. Okay, we have 73 cards right now, so let's get this down to let's get this down to like 62. Okay, that would be 38 lands. Does that sound reasonable? So that's not too bad. That's only 11 cuts, right?
11 cuts.
Yeah.
How many do we play again? Sorry.
I was thinking like 38-ish lands.
Yeah, that sounds good. 11 cuts. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay. CML says Sun Titan over Primeval Titan.
Actually, I would agree on that. Yeah.
It does
You
make
wouldn't?
No. I kind of also agree because there's a lot of 2 and 3 drops in this deck, and the lands like ramping. You're not going to ramp any further than 6. Like our curve stops at 6. So
Yeah,
you're just getting value lands. All right. I do think you want 2 6 drops for birthing pod purposes, just in case you draw one.
yeah, and actually, Woodland Bellower, I know we cut it, but I think that sounds really good because if you pot it in, then you get a 3-drop that you can pot the next turn again.
Oh, I put
But that's like out of the.
no, I put Woodland Bellower in there. It's I can't show you guys on the screen because it's cut off, but Woodland Bellower is in there in our keeps.
Oh, okay.
But I did replace Sun Titan.
Oh, it's 6-drop, not 5-drop. Yeah, sure.
I did replace Prime Evil Titan with Sun Titan.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to cut 11 cards. Let's go from top to bottom. I think we're gonna keep Sun Titan, Woodland Bellower, right?
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
And I think we already
Cool.
established Karmic Guide, Thragtusk, and Silverheart for our 5s. So there's not really much.
agree.
There's not really much top end. So starting at 4, then, I'd be inclined to cut. On as far, can you see my 4 drops?
I do.
Okay. I'd be.
Oh, also, I think Birthing Pot is actually a 3-drop. Well, no, 4-drop because you activate it right away. Never mind, continue.
Good point. No. Yeah. So I would be inclined to cut. Maybe we can get away with cutting Thrun.
I really like Thran because it's like the nightmare of the blue control player.
Okay, I would probably cut Loxodon Hierarch then.
Yeah, probably.
Leaving up green white. Like, first of all, what are the commonly played mass removal spells? In Duel Commander right now, it's like Damnation, Toxic Deluge,
the blue-white one that can be countered. That's
Supreme Verdict. Yeah.
Yes.
So a lot of these either don't allow regeneration or shrink toughness.
Go around it, yeah.
Yeah. So it
Yeah,
does.
probably all right.
It does stop the red ones, the like Anger of the Gods type stuff, but having to keep up green white all the time is a little bit rough.
Kyuki has a good point. It's not versus mass removal. It's for attacking into an army.
Yeah, but you really want to play 4 mana plus another 2 to just regenerate your team? Like, that seems... I know, I understand you gaining 4 life and stuff, but... I don't know.
What are the other options then?
Okay, the other options is
For cutting.
4 drops. I don't know. Everyone seems to love Collected Company, but that would be on my chopping block, personally.
Can we count how many creatures with Convert Marcos 3 and less do we have?
Okay, I can...
Like if you sort it without the non-creatures?
So, let's see here.
Well, actually, no, we need to cut first the lesser mana costs.
We basically have about 30 creatures for Coco.
Yeah, but we will cut like 5, maybe?
Yeah. All right, let's circle back to that one.
Okay, yeah.
So I mean, people are kind of saying to cut Ren's Run Packmaster too.
Oh,
I know, that makes me sad. You got to have like some cards like this in the deck, right? What those? Can't just be a pile
Early
of
Dawn, but like, yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I really like it because of all the elves that just like are irrelevant in the later game. It's just
right, like Boreal Druid or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, well, Cutting's tough. I mean, I could see cutting Garruk Wildspeaker, for one thing.
Yes. I guess so, yeah. Okay, so let's cut Garruk and the Loxodon.
Okay.
And
Let's move on to 3s.
So we have like 11 of 4s.
Correct. 11 4-drops.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. I mean, personally, as far as 3s go, I would be inclined to cut... Oh, Court of Calling. I just think this card's overrated. I don't know. Like,
I actually like Court of Calling better than Green Sun Zenith.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like,
it's weird.
The thing is, like, all your 1-drops already tap for mana, so it's like you're not even getting any benefit off the Convoke in that case.
That's true.
All right, we'll leave it for now. Maybe Eldritch Evolution.
Yeah, probably.
All right, let's cut Eldritch Evolution.
Yeah, let's cut Eldritch and
maybe Recruiter of the Guard.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Like, to be honest, I would cut Tireless Tracker because it never done anything from what I saw. But I also know it's like really good card, and it's like it needs to eat removal. Like, it needs to eat removal.
Yeah. But the thing is, the Tireless Tracker is kind of like a 4-drop, right? Because you don't want to play it on turn 3, or you don't want to play it without a land to follow up, right?
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
I'm okay cutting Tireless Tracker. It's just no synergy. It's just, obviously it's a great card, but...
Yeah, it can run away with the game, but...
You're not... This deck doesn't seem like... This deck's going to be tapping out. It's not going to have just oodles of extra mana like, Get Rog or Lord Windgrace or something like that. Yeah, so... Any more 3-drops we want to cut here? Can you see all those? These are all probably...
What about the Witch Stalker?
I think it's worth running. I think if you can squeeze it in against a counterspell deck, I think it's going to be really hard to deal with.
Sure. How many do we need to cut?
We need to only cut 6.
6, okay.
Wim suggested cutting Reclamation Sage since it's kind of redundant with Knight of Autumn. The only thing is Ren's Run Packmaster again.
Yeah. The only synergistic elf that gives value.
Let's move on. Let's move on to 2-drops and come back to 3s. Maybe Tanglewire.
Sure.
Maybe Tanglewire. I don't know.
Well, with all the elves, I think it's good. But
all right.
Yeah, but I could see us cutting it. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, 2-drops. I'm not convinced on Lotus Cobra, to be honest.
Okay, sure.
Like, of all the ways to get to 5 mana on turn 3, I think Priest of Titania and Raphaelos are more reliable.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
But it's still like, if it doesn't get you there on turn 3, then it gets you there on turn 4.
we have chat making a stand about balance. I agree. I think this is not a balanced deck, so I'm fine cutting it.
Like, okay. I thought every white deck is a balanced deck. But I may be wrong on that.
It is a get out of jail free card. But
Yeah, like it's the only mass removal spell that we have, right?
well, we have Parallax.
If we don't have creatures.
Parallax
Well,
Wave.
oh, right, Parallax Wave. Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah.
All right. The chat seems pretty unanimous in wanting to cut balance, so we're gonna take that one out. So just 4 more cuts. We have the rest of these cards are really good. Maybe Winter Orb, but again, we have a lot of dorks. I mean, something's got to give.
Is the Sylvan Library good enough?
I'd be the first to cut Sylvan Library because I think that card's overrated. But we were talking before about how Tolsimir gains life, and could count that as a card draw.
Well, he gains life only once, so that's like 1 card draw.
Yeah. All right, I'm fine cutting. I'm fine cutting Sylvan.
We don't have enough wolves to rely on his life gain.
True.
Like continuously.
True.
Probably.
Yeah. Okay, 1-drops. Okay, QQ wants to cut Survival. I don't know. I really like Survival. I would probably even cut Fauna Shaman before Survival because Survival's so...
Yeah, me too. Well...
It's harder to kill.
Yeah. I think it's much harder to kill, even though it does not give you the creature and the power to attack and to the power to get it from the collected company. I don't know. Sorry, I just love this card. Never mind. Yeah.
We'll hold off on that. So any 1-drops we don't need here. I think Enlightened Tutor.
I'm not convinced on the Young Wolf.
Young Wolf. Is it in there?
Yeah, I'm just not convinced on him.
I'm
not sure. I don't know.
We already cut Young Wolf.
Oh, okay, good.
Mana Tithe, perhaps?
Maybe. Sure. Yeah, we can do that.
It's kind of a... I mean, it's such a ace in the hole, but it also... I mean, this is kind of a tap-out deck at the same time. All right, we're going to cut Mana Tithe. So...
How is Survival card disadvantage?
Survival's card disadvantage because you have to play a... Survival itself is a card, and then you have to discard another creature.
Sure. Okay.
But... Yeah. I feel like it does. It's kind of not quite accurate to say that because you can get a Knight of Autumn and blow up an artifact, and all of a sudden you're back even. You know, you could get a Karmic Guide and get a creature back, so you're back even, or Palace Jailer. So I don't think it's really accurate or fair to say Survival's card disadvantage when you have so many value creatures. Actually, I could see cutting Kasali Pride Mage. You know, this one kind of slipped in there. What do you think?
Kasali Pride Mage?
Because we already have Reclamation Sage and Knight of Autumn.
To be honest, I like Kasali Pride Mage better than the... how he's called? The Reclamation Sage.
Well, the ones with ETBs like play better with Birthing Pod.
Oh yeah, right. True.
And the other one's an elf. I'm gonna cut Kasali Parade Mage.
Yeah, cut it.
All right, we only have to make one more cut, and let's take a look at Collected Company again.
Yeah.
So we have exactly 27 creatures that cost 3 or less. Look at the symmetry there. It's beautiful. That's slightly less than a third of the deck. So you're like slightly less than. Well, what do you need? A third of the cards to be creatures for Collected Company to hit on average?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
So, you still like it?
Don't force me to say it. Come on. Oh, damn.
All right. QK says 27 is not enough for even a normal company deck. All right. Let's cut Collected Company then, huh? Shall we?
No. Okay, do it.
He said in 60 cards. Like in Modern, he's saying his point is that
yeah.
even in a Modern...
Right.
Okay, so let's
he's correct, unfortunately.
Let's cut Coco. Because it's true, we do play a lot of, like, non-creature spells. It's almost even. Well, it's like 2-1 or something like that. All right. Well, we're way over time on our cuts. I got to...
But we got there.
We got there. Okay, so now... Let me shape this deck up as far as the non-land cards goes, and we can work on the mana base. These are all going to be gone. I saved these, by the way, so they're not completely.
Okay, cool.
How do I get rid of these? Okay, that works. And let's bring these back over. Okay, I like that. So this would be 38 lands, and which I just kind of arbitrarily, not arbitrarily, but I kind of feel like that's the right number in my kind of gut checky sort of back of the envelope sort of intuition sort of thing. I don't know.
I guess so, yeah, because we need a lot of lands to play our commander.
Yeah.
Like with Gadok, I think we could like get away with like 36, 35 even.
Mm-hmm.
But with five mana commander, it's necessary evil.
Yeah, let me just reset my clock here. So the question is like what non-basics do we want? Because we want plenty of basics, I think. Hopefully you guys can see that. Clock reset.
Well, we are mainly like green deck, right?
Let me sort by color here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely probably 3-2 as far as green to white goes. But we do have a lot of double white. Well, probably about 7 or 8 double white cards. So can't really ignore that. The lands, so just so everyone's aware, the lands I have currently are just non-basics. There's no basics. They're just like any green or white non-basic land I would consider for a deck like this. So you got your classics like Cavern of Souls, Command Tower, all that good stuff. And some cards like Dust Bowl that are just colorless, but have a extra ability. Some of these are probably easier to cut than others. Like I think like Brushland, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Canopy Vista, I don't think we need that one.
Yep.
I like Ash Barrens in like a 3+ color deck. It's a great way to get around Blood Moon, but probably not in a 2-color deck. So I'll cut that one. QQ was pretty strong feeling about Dust Bowl being a good colorless land. I like Dust Bowl. I don't know.
Yeah, I think we can play like five colorless lands, right?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, Tolsimir himself, I guess he requires double green, but other than that, it's not too bad. But in my opinion, Dust Bowl would be kind of borderline, but I'll leave it in for now. Aganjo Castle does make white mana, and it prevents 2 to a legendary creature, which is kind of nice. I kind of like this.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Flagstones is pretty much a free roll. Flagstone's a Trocaire. Obviously, Gavany Township is amazing.
Yep.
I'm gonna probably cut Hesh up Oasis.
Yeah, I don't like it.
I like Horizon Canopy. I don't think we need Core Haven or Croson Verge. What about Mishra's?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I don't like Mishra's Factory in this deck. Or
Me neither.
Or Mutavault. Okina is kind of like Aganjo, but it's kind of some free value as long as you don't get Blood Mooned. Path of Ancestry. This is a pretty strong card, as you know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we have a lot of elves.
Yeah.
I think Path of Ancestry is auto include.
Yeah. Pendlehaven,
And yeah, definitely.
a lot of 1/1s. Razorverge Thicket's a nice one for the early game. Port, Rishodon Port.
That's a hard one because we. I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Port.
I think we should probably cut either Port or Dust Bowl. Which do you like better of those two?
That's a tricky question. In Goblins, I like Rishodon Port, but normally I would like Dust Bowl.
All right, let's cut Port.
It's killing me.
Yeah. As far as manlands, there's a few manlands go. Storing Wildwood's probably not great, but does add green and white mana too. So
sure.
Treetop Village, I kind of like.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Do we want to play Scattered Groves, dual land that cycles? Or do you
probably.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Because there's like 4 or 5 forest plains, and Savannah. I mean, Savannah and Temple Garden are probably enough as far as fetching, and then you have stuff like Scattered Groves. I don't know. We don't.
Kiki is having important point about Port and the Dust Balls being important versus Cass and Control.
Okay, well, we got one of those two in the deck, so. You want to add Rishodon Port back in? We got 11 seconds.
Yeah, I probably do. Yeah.
All right. The thing is, we really need green on turn 1. Yeah.
Kiki is right. If you tap them in their turn, you untap with all of your mana.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna cut Scattered Groves and Tectonic Edge. I don't know about this.
Well,
how many colorless lands do we have so far? We have Ancient Tomb, Dust Bowl, Gavany Township, Tech Edge, Wasteland, and Port. So that's 6. Should probably cut one of these.
Then Tech Edge probably.
All right, let's cut Tech Edge. I don't like Temple of Plenty in this deck either. So we cut Groves. I cut the Scattered Groves.
Yeah.
Right now I have room for 9 basic lands. You think that's enough?
Yeah, we are not tutoring for them at all, so I think it should be okay.
All right.
And we don't even have like the Ramunap Excavator, right?
Correct.
To play fetch lands over and over.
Correct.
That's a shame a little bit, but
what about Wooded Bastion? Could be tough when we have like turn 1 Mana Dork.
Wooded Bastion? Sorry?
This is a filter land. You pay a hybrid green and
white.
white.
Oh, right.
Yeah. But it is nice. It is nice with Tolsimir.
Okay, yeah.
Tolsimir requires green, white, so.
Yeah.
All right. Wim says 8 forest, 1 plains. That's a little aggressive. I think I would at least play 2 plains minimum.
Yeah, definitely. Like the Blood Moon is a thing.
Yeah. So let's look at color again. We have triple green on Court of Calling, but other than that, it's pretty even in terms of like the amount of double colored cards in each color, but there's more green cards total. I guess there's Raphaelos as a consideration for forests.
Yes. Oh, definitely. Oh, yeah, right. Damn.
So
I'm not even sure we have enough forests for Raphaelos right now. Do we?
I mean, you got to count all the fetch lands basically, and you got to count.
Well, not all of them.
Yeah, all of them. Right?
Yeah, right. No, you're right. Sorry. Yeah, so 7. Say that's 15 plus, let's say 2. It's like 17. 17.
I think it's fine. I think it's fine.
Okay.
I mean, you could make an argument to cut like Okina and a Ganjo and stuff like that, but I think I think we'll just
sure.
get greedy. Okay, let's just I'm not gonna worry about this set here. I would say 9 lands. I would say like 6-3 or 7-2.
Like with Rofellos, I think it's 7-2.
All right.
Needs to be.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, let's get planes, and that should pretty much do it. Okay, we have our deck.
Cool.
Awesome.
It's really cool.
Thanks everyone for participating. You guys were awesome with your suggestions, and this ended up being kind of like, how would you describe the final version here? Just green white good stuff with a couple random wolves in it.
I would describe it like elf and wolves tribal.
Really? I think you're being a that's ambitious. That's ambitious.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, definitely more elf tribal than wolf tribal.
Let me see how many elves we have. Oh, we have a few elves.
It doesn't matter how many elves. It matters how many like payoff cards do we have for elves, which is like 2, and then we have like 1 payoff card for wolves, and that's Tolsimir. Yeah, that's definitely elf and wolf tribal.
Okay, how many? So only 2 actual wolves ended up making the cut.
Damn.
Song of Elves and Wolves. Sword of Wolves and Elves. Song of Elves and Wolves. Woodland. So Witchstalker and Wolfear Silverheart. Congratulations, you survived the rather brutal cutting process. But Ren's Run, you gotta count Ren's Run Packmaster as like half a wolf, right?
Yes, exactly. Brings all the tribals together that we play.
Awesome. Okay, great. Any final words, TukTuk, or any final questions? Anyone in the chat?
Not really. I think Yuki would do a really good job as well. And thanks for everybody for suggestions, and thanks for inviting me.
Awesome. Thanks for everyone participating. Charge Particle. Cheers from the Philippines. Awesome. I'm gonna put this list on Tapped Out shortly, and then I'll put a link to a link to the deck list in the video description when I publish the video, which should be pretty soon, probably tomorrow. And
really cool.
I'll post it on the Discord too. So if you're not on the Discord, I think there should be. I always try to put a link to that in the video description. So check that out. Also, subscribe to Duelcaster Mage if you haven't already. Thank you, Pseudoception. Glad to have you. Thanks for participating, and always awesome to have more subscribers. So with that, I think we'll say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Take care, everybody. Until next week.
Definitely.
Suck me in small, breathe me in and let me go. Filling the lungs inside you, and the blackened eyes make my way into your mind. Just to know